Hey Polish fans, it's Caroline again and welcome to another video here at Wild Moon Lacquer. In today's video, it is time for a polish pickup wish list. This month's theme was video games and it will be open April 5th through the 8th, that is Friday through Monday. Do make sure to check the time zones in your area, just to make sure that you can get there bright and early if you do plan on shopping right when it opens. After I share my wish list for polish pickup, I'll share a few of the other releases and wish lists that I might have for upcoming releases in the month of April. So this month I actually have managed to keep my wish list fairly short. I'm at 4 polishes and all of these are from my favorite brands. So we have just a few to go over, and the first one that we're going to look at is from Wildflower Lacquer. This one is called It's On, and this will sell for $13.50. This one is inspired by Donkey Kong. It will come in a 15 ml bottle and it doesn't list any cap information. In short, what it means when an item has a cap is that there is a limit to how many products are available for the sale. So for instance, if a cap was listed at 100, that would mean that only 100 bottles of either polish or acetone additive or lotion or what have you would be available for that month. In this instance, Wildflower does not seem to have a cap or a limit of how many bottles will be available of this polish. And It's On is described as a tan leaning taupe base with strong blue to aqua to indigo shifting shimmer. I think this polish is kind of like a sibling or cousin to Dolphin Obsession, I think from one of her earlier collections. So from the picture that I'm seeing of Dolphin Obsession, it seems to have a very, very prominent green shift that shifts to a fuchsia. There's some purple in there as well, whereas this one does seem to have more of like an aqua shift at the front as opposed to a brighter green. And while it does have those fuchsia shifts in it, it doesn't seem to be the exact same shimmer, but that one was It's On by Wildflower Lacquer. The next one is from Rogue Lacquer, and this one is Dreamlight. This one will sell for $13.50, and this one is inspired by The Forgotten. It will come in a 13 ml bottle. Again, this does not list any cap information, so it's possible that it is unlimited as far as how many bottles will be available. This one is described as a rich purple jelly base with purple to pink glass and micro glass flakes with a glowy purple sparkle shimmer. So this one seems ultra concentrated in that pigmented base. I love the amount of flakes. There's some shifts going on, maybe not as super rainbowy as in other colors, but it is really spot on to the inspiration, and I love this color. You do get that flash of those brighter pink flakes in here, and again, that base color is so rich and beautiful. Obviously, as a purple fan, this definitely caught my eye, and I did enjoy the live swatches of it that I saw as well. So that one was Rogue Lacquer's Dreamlight. Next up is one from Polished for Days. This is Star Fragments. It will sell for $13.50, come in a 15 ml bottle, and this one is inspired by glowing Animal Crossing Island. It is described as a navy blurple base with pink, purple, and blue glowing iridescent flakes and a scattering of black flakes for depth. So flakies are one of those finishes that I absolutely love. They're definitely up there in my favorite types of finishes, and I really like the different kinds of flakies that are used in this one. They're reminiscent of those glass flakies from Cuticula for their Dragon Glass and Pixie Glass collection, and I love the tone of this blurple base with all of those flakies and the black ones, like they said, for depth. It's just a beautiful and kind of moody polish, and I absolutely love that one. So that is another one that I'm really excited to see. That was Polished for Days Star Fragments. And then last but not least, we have the Bee's Knees Lacquer. This is Queen of Rot. It will sell for $14, come in a 15 ml bottle, and this one is inspired by Millennia from Elden Ring. It is described as a dark chocolate Dumacorn sibling with the same green to blue shimmer, and there is a notation on here that it may stain. So I love the fact that this is a Dumacorn sibling. That shimmer in that light purple base was all the rage when it came out, and there have been, I think, a few Doomacorn siblings released, but never before have I seen it in a chocolate base. This polish in general just strikes me as a very unique composition, and browns are one of those colors in my collection that has been sort of slept on, and I am trying to sort of branch out and get polishes that catch my eye in that range. And what I like about this one is it does have that warm tone of chocolate. So as you can see here, it kind of has that pinch of like a red burnt lean to it, which I really like. And of course the shifts in it that go from the green to blue are going to be really interesting in this base. I want to say I had seen Caitlin from Caitlin Swatches swatch this, and she does show it in her usual, multiple lighting situations, and it just looked really unusual. So that one is definitely coming home with me. I can't wait to wear this upcoming fall, even though we have a few seasons to go until fall. But that was BCB Lacquer Queen of Rot. So those were the 4 polishes on my wish list for polish pickup. Now let's go ahead and see what other sort of releases I've seen upcoming so far for the month of April. The first one that I saw was from Death Valley Nails. They had a new spring collection launching, and I can't quite tell if this is all one collection because this is a massive collection. There are 19 items. Now that does include the bundle, so we'll go with 18 polishes, one bundle, but that is still like an unusually large collection. Now I did sort of go through these and see if any were going to be on my own wish list, and none really stood out to me as ones that I really needed. We do have a couple magnetics here, some shimmers, some interesting glitters. So that's what's coming out and currently available for spring 2024 from Death Valley Nails. The next one that is also currently available is from Victorian Varnish. They have a Bunny Rescue quad that came out, as well as their Cog of the Month. So they had the Bunnies of Bridgerton Gardens quad that came out, and what's really nice is this is also part of a charity, so they are donating towards a bunny rescue that is in their area, and all of these are absolutely gorgeous. I saw these on Lacquer to Lashes, and the shimmers on many of these are super shifty. This one is called Thumper Bunsy, and this one is a sultry brown beige base with an intense blue glowy shimmer. So the shift on this one isn't as intense as some of the other ones, but it does have that beautiful blue glow. I would say that the base to me is reading a bit more gray as opposed to a light brown, but that also might depend on your skin tone. The other one, Daisy Hopper, is one that I definitely want to grab. The shifts on this looked wild, and it was a really beautiful topper over a lot of different colors that Latanya swatched it over. So this one is described as a sheer purple gray base with intense purple pink glowy shimmer, and as with all of these, $3 of each bottle goes to benefit the Georgia House Bunny Society, which is a nonprofit organization, and you can also visit their website at houserabbitga.com to learn more. So like I said on Latanya's video, this polish looked absolutely gorgeous over a lot of different colors. It is still tinted, so do keep that in mind, but it is really beautiful. Again, the glow on this was wild. You can see it here in that bottle shot. The other one is Smoky Buttons. This one is described as a smoky gray base with red orange aurora shimmer. So this is another one that I think might be light enough to be worn over some other colors, but again, you are having that milky-ish base, but the glow again on this is absolutely gorgeous. And then the last one in the quad is Bunny Whiskers Down. This one is a dainty beige base with an array of pink, gold, peach, large particled aurora shimmers. So again, an absolutely beautiful shimmer in this. It does have, again, that sort of a milky base, so it might not work over every single color. If you were to try it over super dark colors, for instance black, you definitely see that creamy gray base or beige base, but again, the shimmer is beautiful. Also, if you bought it in the quad, it does come with some custom stickers. I'm trying to see if they have those. Yeah, right here. So there's a custom quad of stickers that will come with that. Or if you buy them individually, I think there's another sticker that comes with that. There's also another Latanya custom polish available this month. It's Apollo's Pool Potty for her dog Apollo's birthday. So that is another limited edition you can check out. It is a really beautiful shimmer polish described as a neon blue jelly base with a heaping dose of green aurora shimmers. So there's a cute little Apollo and Latanya. There's also the cog of the month, which this one is called Secrets of the Chest, and it is a magnetic. This one is described as a golden purple-pink magnetic line when magnetized, and a treasure trove of green, purple, pink, large particled shimmer emerges once magnetized. So this is a very interesting polish. I really like the color combinations in it. This is another one that I think would be really neat for fall, and that looks like one of their custom stickers for the cog of the month as well. One of the things that I do really like about the Victorian varnishes as well is that they are bigger bottles. You get 17 ml versus the usual size of bottles, which can range anywhere from 10 ml to about 15. So 17 is really big, which is really nice, especially considering the price point. So that was Victorian Varnish. The next release comes from Sweet and Sour Lacquer, and you actually have all month to shop this. This will be available from the 1st through the 30th, and it is a collaboration between Sweet and Sour and Polished Opinions. Here we have a few of their customs. You can get Best Buds, Pure Cannabis, and Puff Puff Paradise. So it seems to be a 420 themed collab here. Best Buds had definitely caught my eye. This is the one that is on my wish list. I do need to think about if I'm going to get this though, because it is a super dark polish, but I love the shifts that I was seeing in the teaser pictures that I saw of this one. So for the time being, that one is on my wish list. Again, that one's Best Buds. The next one is Pinnacle Polish. They have an Etsy store. I'll try to remember to link that down below, but they are releasing a National Parks collection, Volume 1. National Parks Week, I guess, is April 20th to the 28th. So they are releasing a group of polishes on April 6th. There will be 5 shades: the North Cascades, Mount Rainier, Yosemite Arches, I guess, and Joshua Tree. And the one that really caught my attention is Mount Rainier. As you may or may not know, I live here in the Pacific Northwest in Washington State, so Mount Rainier is one of the mountains that I can see whenever we have a clear day. But Mount Rainier is a purple leaning blue jelly base, and all of these are full of these holographic flakes, as well as maybe some iridescent flakes. So they're a really beautiful collection here. There are a few more browns here, which I might have to sort of consider maybe getting the lighter one. But beautiful collection. Again, I love flakies, so this really caught my attention. So that was Pinnacle Polish. Then BCB Lacquer has a spring advent box coming up for spring things. It will be available the 6th through the 13th, and you can get it 2 different ways. You can either get the full advent box for $130. It is capped at 100 available. Or if you aren't really interested in getting the lotions and cuticle oils, you can get the polish only for $110. And again, there is only 100 of those available as well. Both of those pricing, as far as I could tell, did include shipping. And I didn't really see any previews of that to share with you guys, although if you wanted to see Latanya unbox the whole thing as sort of a spoiler video, her video is up on Lacquer to Lashes for that. So if you don't really like surprises and you want to know what you're in for, what the scents of the non-polished items will be, definitely check out her video. But that does seem like a pretty fun box. Since I've been on a low buy since August or so, I haven't really been buying Advent boxes, but this one is tempting and it is on my wish list, so we'll have to see if I end up grabbing it or not. I'll have to go back and double check on Latanya's video and see what the scents were, because I don't really remember. But that was the BCB Lacquer Spring Things Advent box. Then of course we have HHC. That is a monthly collaboration, and actually for this month I have kind of a lot on my wish list, considering my actual physical wish list that you saw as my spreadsheet. I didn't write anything down. I hadn't really been paying attention to it, but I did go through the HHC website and add polishes that caught my eye, and as you can see, I have 7 items on my wish list, so it is currently surpassing polish pickup this month. I will say 2 of those items are scented products. I have the BCB Lacquer cuticle pen, as well as the Ribbits Stickets acetone additive. So that is only 5 polishes. So if we consider it that way, I'm only surpassing Polish Pickup by 1 polish. So that's not as bad. But let's go ahead and take a look at the polishes on my wish list for HHC. The first one on my wish list is Rogue Lacquers, and this is actually an encore. This is Kiss the Girl. This one is a sheer marine blue with red, copper, green shimmer, and micro hollow flakes. It will come in a 13 ml bottle, and there is no cap. And in case the name didn't give it away, this one was inspired by The Little Mermaid. And I honestly don't know how I didn't already have this polish, so when I saw it coming back as an encore, I definitely added it to my wish list. I love The Little Mermaid. It's actually one of my favorite Disney movies, so this one definitely caught my eye, and like I said, I don't really understand how I didn't grab it before. But now it is on my wish list. That was Rogue Lacquer's Encore Edition Kiss the Girl. The next one is Rogue Lacquer, again, this time for their release for the month of April. This is Lost Boys. It will sell for $12.50, come in a 13 ml bottle, and again, there is no cap. This one is described as a brick red base with micro orange glass flake and a splash of hollow. So this one is fall perfection. Absolutely love this color. I don't know, I just feel like I haven't seen it before, and it is utterly gorgeous. Here it is with those flakies just glowing beautifully. It does say there is just a splash of hollow in there. But yeah, this kind of a color is my kind of sort of neutral red. This is an absolute must grab for the month. I cannot wait to see this one. So that is Rogue Lacquer's Lost Boys. Next up is that Ribbits Stickets acetone additive. This is scented in Standout Tour. It is described as sweet lemon, blueberries, creamy milk, whipped butter, and vanilla. Talk about yum. So this one sounds like it will smell utterly amazing. And if you are new to acetone additive, this is something that you add to your acetone in order to help prevent your nails from getting too dried out when you are removing your polish. Now, as it says here, they do recommend a patch test after adding to your acetone on your skin inside of the elbow just to check for reactions before you use the product all over your fingers. And of course, as always with scented products that smell so yummy, do not consume. There is a cap on this of only 50 bottles. So that was Ribbits Stickets acetone additive in Standout Tour. The next polish on my wish list comes from the brand Polish. It is called Chibusa. I'm actually not too sure about that one. It will sell for $14, come in a 15 ml bottle, and there is no cap on this one either. This one is described as a sheer watermelon baby pink packed with copper, rose, green shifting microflakes. So far, there only is this one bottle shot, but look how gorgeous that is. Polish is one of those brands that I feel like I sleep on quite a lot, so I am trying to pay a bit more attention to what they're coming out with, and this color looks absolutely beautiful. I love the bright green that you're getting towards the edge of the bottle, and those shades of blue look absolutely gorgeous. So I do want to wait, to see actual swatches of this, but I had to add it to my wish list just to make sure that I kept an eye on it to remind myself to look at it. But that one was Polish's Chibusa. Next up is one from Moonshine Manny. This is Tom's Diner. It will sell for $13, come in a 15 ml bottle, and there is a cap of only 200 bottles available. This is described as a brick red linear hollow with an enchanting sapphire glow. So this is another red. Can you believe it? I have 2 different kinds of reds on my wish list. This one is absolutely beautiful. I will say this one compared to the Rogue Lacquer is much brighter red, even though it's described as a brick red. Whereas the Rogue Lacquer was almost more of like a rust leaning red, so more orange leaning. And I love the addition of that sapphire glow that you can see here in the sunshine. Very, very pretty. Moonshine Manny is another one of those brands that I keep saying is one of my favorites, and yet I feel like I often am skipping them month to month in their different collaborations. So again, I am trying to pay better attention to what they are releasing, and this one really caught my eye. So that is a beautiful red hollow from Moonshine Manny. That was Tom's Diner. Next up is one from Cleona Cosmetics, and the last polish on my HHC wish list. This one is called Toxic Jungle. It will sell for $13, come in a 11.5 ml bottle and there is no cap. This one is described as a subtle turquoise to pink shifting magnetic pigment interlaced with lavender to lime shifting microflakes and hints of ultraviolet for an intense sparkling effect. This is an optional magnetic polish, so you can wear it unmagnetized or magnetized. And there in the photo you can see that a lot of the swatchers have swatched it on one nail and left the others unmagnetized. So this is a very, very pretty complex polish. It has a lot of different pigments and flakes in it. Very pretty blue polish here. I love the subtle blue glow that you're going to get from that magnetic line. And again, I love the mix of colors here. We have that lavender to lime microflake. You have the hints of those other colors. So you get a lot of different shifts and shades. So this is another one that I really can't wait to see in person. This looks like it is just going to dazzle. So that one is Clionadh Cosmetics Toxic Jungle. And then the last item on my wish list is that cuticle pen from BCB Lacquers. This one is called Dragon Scales. This one will come in a 3 ml container and it has a cap of only 100. So this one is scented in mint, eucalyptus, spearmint, mango, and a hint of vanilla. It will come in a brush applicator that looks like it might be a click up pen. And I love the smell combinations that this maker comes up with. I always at least check out what she's making because, like I said, the scent combinations that she comes up with are very unique. So this one mixes mint and eucalyptus with spearmint, which I love eucalyptus and I feel like I don't often see it in scent combinations. And mango and vanilla in with that seems like such an unusual combination. And again, I love mango and I love vanilla. It does say just a hint of vanilla, so it's probably there just to add sort of a sweet background to the mix. But yeah, can't wait to smell this one either. It sounds fantastic. So that was BCB Lacquer's Cuticle Pen in Dragon Scales. So that was my wish list for HHC. The other ones that I have sort of on the calendar, I don't really have full-on previews for because it is in the second half of the month and many of those don't really have any previews out yet, but there is the Little Box of Horrors coming out the 18th through the 30th. I do have 3 polishes on my wish list for that. I'll try to remember to come back at the second half of the month and sort of go over those in a little bit more detail. Also, Dom Nail Polish is coming out on the 19th with their Stormy Sibling Collection. I did see a teaser from Latanya on Lacquer to Lashes. Also on the 19th, Arcana Lacquer is releasing their first collection, Fabled Woodlands. So I have 2 from that collection on my wish list, and again, I'll try to come back when they're getting closer to launch dates and when they have previews out and share those with you. Then on the 22nd, the Indie Box is coming out. I saw a preview again of these on someone else's live video, I think on Facebook. So Victorian Varnish is on my wish list for that one. And then on the 26th, Lemming Lacquer is coming out with a few polishes, and I have 3 on my wish list for those. Now, I don't think on those I even got the full name because, again, I saw these sort of in teaser swatch videos and I didn't catch all the names, but I have Do Not Burn My Something, This Is Some BS, and The Horrors Keep Coming. So can't wait to see those. Again, I'll try to remember to come back during the second half of the month and sort of share actual previews for those, but that's going to be it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing a sneak preview of a few of the upcoming events for the month of April, as well as my wish lists for polish pickup and Hella Handmade creations. As always, thank you so much for hanging out with me and looking at beautiful polish. Hopefully have a good rest of your day, and I will see you in that next one.